Now that we have created a new project, added images, rearranged their order, and added narration, and finally stretched the length of each image to match the length of the narration, we are ready to add theme music and sound effects. So we can add those in the media browser in the upper right hand corner of our screen. If it's not there, press the plus sign in the upper right hand corner to view the media browser. And don't forget there's media, which is for visual images, and audio, which is where the sound effects and theme music are. Let's start with sound effects. Now, as you can see here, there are many sound effects. Kids love to spend time going through and listening to the variety of sound effects that there are. One thing you might want to do is, as a whole class, go through and actually listen to each one. Now, if it's a 13-second police siren, of course you wouldn't have to listen to all 13 seconds of it, but this would give an opportunity for everybody to get an idea of what types of sound effects there are and specific ones when they're ready to use them. Another tip is that students typically want to use the more extreme ones, like the dinosaur growl. Let's see if I can find that one right here. Or screeching tires and things like that. Really emphasize that the sound effects should enhance the story, and it should match the story. So if there's a moment in the story that's scary, maybe you add a scream. Or if it's out in nature at nighttime, you might add crickets. So let them know that it really should enhance the particular project and not just be a fun sound effect to do. I'm going to go ahead and actually just pick crickets since I mentioned that one. And once you know that you want to use it, you just tap the word use. And notice where my playhead is in my timeline. That's where it's going to drop it. So what you can do is you can get your playhead right to where you want the sound effect to be before tapping use. But just like with the visual images, if I hold my finger on the sound effect, I can move it. And if I tap it, I can even shorten the length of it. And just like with the narration, I can adjust the volume as well. So tap anywhere else. I'm going to put it at the very end. So there it is. A little tip is you could even have it sort of a second or two after the video ends for a nice little effect. So now if I press play, you can hear that sound effect. Typically, I end up putting a sound effect at 30 to 60%, sometimes a little bit higher, because if not, it can basically override the sound of the narration. Okay, now it's time for theme music. So I'm going to tap the audio back arrow, tap theme music, and again, this is something where you can preview them ahead of time. I'm going to go ahead and tap travel and use because I know that's one that I'm going to want to use. And you'll notice the theme music, which is the green bar, goes all the way across and fills up the whole screen. So now if I press play, I should be hearing both together. Oh yeah, I didn't say anything for a long time, that's why it didn't come up. I'm going to reduce this to about 40% and press play.
Oh yeah, the black-footed ferret is one of the most endangered mammals in the United States.
And you can again tap narration, volume, adjust the level, tap theme music, adjust the level until you get a sound that is just right.